Okay, so currently here in DC with my nephew. Say what's up.
What's up?
Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? This is Two Sight coming in from the Austin, Texas area. I hope that everyone's well. Thanks for tuning into the channel. If you haven't already, please follow, like, and subscribe. I left a link below to all my social media pages. Here, we're currently in DC. We took the kids out, do some sightseeing. You know, if you haven't noticed, I'm currently doing some voiceover work for this video footage, mainly because, you know, during that time there, I didn't really spend that much time talking in front of the camera. I really just wanted to be in the moment with my family, spend quality time with them. I got this mic off of Amazon. It was like $50 or so. I'll put a link below to it. And, you know, I don't use this mic as often as I should. I really need to regain the investment in it.
Come on. You got a little snacky.
I'm gonna let my dad up on YouTube.
Hey, you got a little thing. That's Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument. This is the money place. National Treasury.
All right, so we spent a big chunk of our day walking around the National Mall. And if you haven't been to the DC area already, you should definitely come check it out. Of course, it's a very big touristy spot. I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's all over the news, American politics. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot to see here. There's a lot of history here. My family enjoy it every time we come through. Also, let me add, I do want to say I'm a very big fan of this whole voiceover work thing, mainly because I feel like it brings a sense of being courteous to others. I'm not a big fan of, you know, imposing on anybody else's enjoyment of their surroundings. So it was kind of nice just to get the footage and then coming back home and then talking over it. We probably left the house maybe around 8 o'clock or so. We spent all day there. We didn't get back home till nighttime. We saw a lot of things, of course. You know, during this whole COVID thing, there were still a lot of things closed, like the Smithsonian museums, that whole district. So a lot of things were still either under construction or closed because of COVID. But the big goals of this trip, the things that we really wanted to see were, of course, the National Monument, the Lincoln Memorial. We wanted to see Jefferson, but we got so tired, we just kind of walked past it. That's my brother. He's adopted.
Have you seen his vlog?
We also wanted to see the cherry blossoms, but to be honest, it's either we missed it because the trees were completely empty, like they were bare. It was nice though. We got a chance to go see everything with the kids and whatnot.
Go see Abraham Lincoln.
One of my favorite moments, of course, was standing where Martin Luther King stood when he gave his I Have a Dream speech. It was certainly very resonating. And I really feel that a lot of people don't take the time to stand there and really just see where America has gone and what America has become. You know, being in the studio all by myself, just recording this voiceover, it's still a little awkward. It still feels a little uncomfortable. But I like to think of it as a blessing in disguise, for a lack of a better way to put it. I've been watching a lot of motivational videos on YouTube lately. I don't know, they've been popping up on my feed. And most recently I watched a video where Steve Harvey talked about the concept of exposure, and I think this relates to it in a sense. You know, being awkward and talking into a microphone even when you're all by yourself in the house, you know, it's sort of sets, you know, it breaks the bonds, and it sort of sets these baby steps into developing this channel and what it can be, where it's going. So I like to think of it as a blessing in disguise. Side note, I've been trying to record great audio quality, and I apologize in advance if, you know, it's not coming out right. I'm trying to tweak it with all the edits and whatnot. It feels like there's a lot of dropouts going on, and it's not clear. It's not as crisp. I don't know whether it's, you know, the cheap microphone that I got off of Amazon, or it could be, you know, my editing skills here on Adobe Pro. But in any case, I don't know. I'm sure that everybody will bash me for it, but it's the best as I can do. I hope it turns out okay. I hope everyone could at least understand me, for the lack of a better way to put that. And, you know, I hope it comes out halfway decent and somewhat clear. I want to go ahead and take this time to give a shout out to everybody who checked out my recent release. I recently released new music called Taxi for Dogs. It's up on all streaming platforms: Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Bandcamp, etc., whatever your favorite music hub is. Again, I want to thank everybody for all your support. I really appreciate it. I originally named it Taxi for Dogs because you may or may not know, I currently have 8 dogs in this household. And that's a lot of dogs. It's not 7, but 8 dogs. Again, that's a lot of dogs for a household. And, you know, a lot of times we would take family trips, family vacations, and just hop in all the dogs into the truck. And a lot of times I would feel literally like a taxi driver for all these animals. I should have worn something more comfortable for this trip. That's my go-to move. I wear some Vans, and I've been rocking Vans since I don't even know. And I haven't stopped. That's always the same checkered pair too. I think they're just a part of me. I probably should have gotten more comfortable shoes, but in any case, whatever. Looking back at this footage, I remember, there was this solemn moment that opened up a discussion with the kiddos just about pollution. As you can see here, there's like detergent bottles in the river, a whole bunch of trash and debris. At one point, we saw dead fish just floating on top of the river, and it was kind of sad, and it's just not a good look for the area. I guess a PSA, like, everybody, try to keep up after yourselves. Throw trash where it needs to be thrown, and these places don't deserve to be kept like this. Again, if you haven't already, please follow, like, and subscribe. I left a link below to all my social media pages. And as always, be happy, stay safe, and be easy. Cheers.